Ooh. Okay, so I did some Chalice dungeons off screen. We're a lot stronger now. So let's go get her weapon. You don't know that for sure, do you? Maybe I just didn't look for 14 seconds. How about that? Maybe it's instant, maybe I'm just a slow talker. Turns out all this time, oh yeah, okay, fair enough. All this time ago, it turns out that it takes me like a minute to process any sentence said to me. So I'm actually just like a super slow talker, and it has nothing to do with lying at all. It's a little loud. I'm gonna go ahead and turn my volume on my TV down. There we go. Alright, calm down, dude. Yeah, I'm like that weird AI woman that we keep having go on interviews. That said she wanted to destroy all humans. Nice. Okay, so I bumped our HP up to 40, my endurance to 30, and arcane to 37. So everything has gone up like 10 points. And I got better gems for the saw spear, so we're doing a bit more damage. Hopefully this will make the difference. I love the transition between these two phases. Okay, so if we wear a healing church garb, it'll say something specific to us. Oh yeah, we can talk to his head, by the way.
Tell me, good hunter of the church, have you seen the light? Are my church hunters the honorable Spartans? I hoped they would be.
Should we lie and tell him yes? Or tell him the truth that they're all terrible people?
Ah, good. That is a relief. To know I did not suffer such denigration for nothing. Thank you kindly. Now I may sleep in peace. Even in this darkest of nights, I see the moonlight.
Oh, you're still going, huh? Okay. Anyway, we just got our weapon. An arcane sword discovered long ago by Ludwig. When blue moonlight dances around the sword and it channels the abyssal cosmos, its great blade will hurl a shadowy light wave. The Holy Moonlight Sword is synonymous with Ludwig, the Holy Blade, but few have ever set eyes on the Great Blade, and whatever guidance it has to offer, it seems to be of a very private, elusive sort. So I raised our stats high enough that we could use it ahead of time. So, yeah, we got it. So normally it's a great sword, like a one-handed claymore, and then you can do this. And it becomes a two-handed greatsword, and if you have bullets, you can shoot lasers out of the sword. So let's go upgrade this bad boy.
Welcome home, good hunter. What is it you desire? Very well, let me...
Can we pump up arcane any? 1 level. Hey, the more arcane the better.
Farewell, good hunter.
Alright, so let's level this baby up. There we go, +7 Holy Moonlight Sword. Now, what should I equip to it to make it better? Anything that adds arcane scaling is probably good. Thank you. Yes, very helpful. Maybe I should equip the fire gems that I have? Ooh, that's a good boost. That's an even better boost. Yeah, that's only a small dip in strength. Alright, so now this weapon has a... $421 attack points. That's pretty high. We just doubled our strength, basically. Cool. Okay, so where were we? I think we were in the Forbidden Woods. We were about to... Oh wait, no, or did we want to go to Castle Canehurst? Let's go to Castle Canehurst first. Because that'll probably give me a few chunks and I could get this to a +8 weapon. And then we'll be, like, super overpowered for the Forbidden Woods. Alright, we can two-shot these guys now, so that's pretty good. Oh, I missed this. Nice. Good thing I don't have to turn into a horse monster to use this thing. I don't know. I know that we all planned on talking about what we're doing tomorrow in regards to, like, you know, whether we're staying at their place or getting a B&B thing. What? No way, man. I think the music in this game is way better. Sword is shrunk. Sword is very shrunk. Yeah, we're way stronger now. This is insane. I'm almost one-shotting these guys now. Ranged attack. Kiosk. shit's cool. Cruffy. Everywhere. Oh my god. We're fine. Everything's fine. Alright, so we have the invitation to go to Castle Kanehurst, and it told us to come here. So we have to make our way to a certain area in this level. Wow, that does a lot of damage. 460, holy shit. This stuff is gonna get good when we have the right gems for it. I mean, it's already good, but this is also an early game level. Alright, so we just need to make our way over to where this weird castle pillar is. In the distance you can see Castle Kanehurst, though. Let me walk over and show you. So yeah, there it is in the distance. And normally there'd be a bridge connecting it to this area, but the bridge is destroyed halfway across. But in the world of Bloodborne, things are weird and don't make sense, and somehow this will work. First I have to kill this guy. Ow. So this is the chariot to take us to Castle Kanehurst, now that we have the invitation. You know, I've never tried attacking the horses. I am curious what would happen, but I won't do it. Because knowing this series, it'd probably prevent me from going. Nobody's driving it. It's driving itself. See, but the wild thing is we're heading towards a bridge that's broken apart. Like, we'd be falling off a cliff in a moment. Yeah, it's pretty spoopy. Speaking of dead horses, the horses are dead. Were they ever alive to begin with? The bridge they just carried us across has long since been destroyed. The tick people are so creepy. Literal bloodsuckers. Thankfully, we have a really powerful weapon. Ow. 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 So what's creepy here is that this one is way fatter than the others because it's been feeding on so much blood. And it's like, it doesn't even attack you. Because it's just so engorged. So, from the lore of this place, we know that they were a type of noble family. Some of them were working for the Healing Church. And then they stole some sort of forbidden blood, which turned them into these vampire-like immortal people. And, like, the lesser of them are, like, these tick monsters. So then Master Ligarius, some sort of hunter, gathered up a few hunters and invaded this area and kind of slaughtered everybody. But the queen would not die. So Master Ligarius kind of became a like a barrier, like he is in the way of anyone meeting her, so that she's forever trapped. And nobody can interact with her. And our friend, who I can't remember the name of, the blonde-haired dude, he's trying to find a way here so that he can finish Master Ligarius' work and find a way to kill her. The queen of the vile bloods, she is. But yeah, we're totally gonna fight Master Ligarius. We just have to. We gotta. I hate these worm things. They're like really hard to hit, and they do like way more damage than they should. All that for a tempering blood gem. This sword does look really cool. So, when Master Ligarius' forces came in here and started killing everybody that they could, a lot of the noble people became ghosts, actually. And so, like, a major enemy in this area is these, like, noble women who refuse to pass on. And these are some sort of servants that got left behind, and they're just furiously scrubbing and making sure the place is in tip-top shape. But if we look around, we can hear the crying of the ghosts. There's one. Some of them are carried around their heads, and the ones that carry around their heads will scream and stun you. It's really freaking weird. Very classic horror. Yeah, really. Rider Palash. You remember the rifle spear that I have equipped? This is like the thing, so A prototype weapon serving as a simple firearm and spear, possibly created an imitation of a lost Canehurst weapon. This is the lost Canehurst weapon. It's like a rapier that's also fastened to a rifle. Good thing Ghosts obey gravity. Cool, so I need 2 more chunks and we can get this blade to +8. And we'll need 8 more to get it to +9. Oh, sweet Jesus. Noble dress. This is the shirt that Ariana's wearing. A finely tailored Bordeaux dress worn by the nobles of the old bloodline that traces back to the forsaken Canehurst Castle. Too bad I'm covered in blood. Yeah, it's the dress that Ariana is wearing. And again, that combined with her blood apparently being descended from some sort of forbidden blood, that makes it pretty clear to me that she's a descendant of Canehurst Castle. And perhaps that's why she was pushed into being... I don't know if she was pushed into it, but my assumption would be that maybe, you know, people didn't really treat her very well, so she had to kind of turn to prostitution or something to survive. I mean, they don't like outsiders already, but now you're gonna be from the vampire people too. didn't even see him. Yeah, this place is really cool aesthetically. I really like all the like statues in here. They were very into their nobility here, clearly. Get out of here with that weird shit. Let's see if I can just shoot these guys off the edge of this. These two gargoyles here. Let's see. Nah, it's not very long range. Let's try the other one. Damn it. Yeah. Executioner garb, executioner gauntlets, executioner trousers. This is the armor that our friend outside was wearing. It's pretty cool armor, actually. Attire worn by the band of executioners commanded by the martyr Ligarius. Later became the basis for all church attire, with its heavy draping of holy showl. As the great Ligarius once said, acts of goodness are not always wise, and acts of evil are not always foolish, but regardless, we shall always strive to be good. So we will always strive to be good, but we will do evil things if it means a greater good. So that's why they were willing to come in here and slaughter people. This is the shortcut. So now we have a shortcut in case we die. I thought I had the Tomb Prospect. Yeah, there they are. We're very close to getting what I consider the coolest level in the game. Or at least one of the coolest. Yeah, they are. No, they didn't. I shall check the Twitters soon. this guy I'm fighting with a candlestick, he branded me. You can kind of see it on the back of my head. And for some reason that causes the ghost to go like absolutely insane if they're nearby. Kind of weird you can still visceral attack ghosts. I will say this, these ghosts are a lot less annoying than the ones in Dark Souls 1. Oh wait, I just remembered. There's a secret here. So there's a chest there, but we can't reach it, right? But if we go up these steps, we can drop down the table and then get it. And we just got the Evelyn, which is a really good one-handed pistol. But I do not have enough blood tinge to use it. Unfortunate. You for the blood vials. There's a ladder here that we can't reach yet. Dun dun dun. Nice bloodstone chunk. Alright, so we have enough to get this to +8 now. We're gonna be super overpowered for like the next couple boss fights. Actually, I'm pretty sure at this point, the rest of this game is gonna be kind of a cakewalk. That's okay, the DLC will still kick my ass. And we will do the rest of the DLC eventually, just right now I want to focus on the main story first. Whoa! Yeah, this room has some of the headless ghosts in them. If the headless ghost screams like that, she will stun you. Which is why ranged attacks are the way to go. Yeah, they're pretty scary. We should be good. Executioner gloves. This is another magic item. I've never used this one before though, so I don't really know what it does. One of the secret treasures hidden in Kinghurst, the gloves of an executioner from a faraway land. Passed from executioner father to executioner son, these gloves can be used to summon wrathful spirits of the past by smearing them with blood. It's so that the nobles found immeasurable delight in the dances of these vengeful specters. Well, let's see what it does. Oh yeah, that's an attack that Master Ordarius can do. He summons like these skeleton blood ghost things. And this is the best armor in the game. Let me find a good place to try it on. I love this armor. It's so freaking cool looking. It's definitely like noble vampire badass armor. And as we've established, evil Ursa is a vampire. So maybe this is evil Ursa all along. And here's that ladder we couldn't access before. We're almost done with this area, which is good because I gotta wrap this up in about 10 minutes. Oh yeah, I decided to get God of War, the new one, because I've heard nothing but good things, and I did really enjoy the other three, even if they were super immature games. So I intend to play through that. Oh, I thought you said they only had an hour. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Alright, goody goody. Bloodstone chunks. We're basically at the end of the dungeon either way. We've got like a handful of areas left and then the boss. Still, the bosses can be difficult. So we're gonna have to be careful. It's cool too, you fight them on the rooftop nearby. Stupid gargoyles, tricks are for kids. Alright, now getting over to this boss is really bizarre. You gotta drop down here. Which already is like, you can't access this by normal means. Then you gotta walk across this. Drop down into this thing, which is also not something anyone would normally be able to access. From like a logical architectural standpoint. Then you gotta go over here where the fence happens to be broken, land on this piece of roof, which doesn't look like it can hold my weight. Then you gotta hop onto this thing, which again has no access to it. Then you gotta climb this ladder, which again only had one way of accessing it. and would otherwise have no point in being here. And now we're on the roof where we're gonna fight him. Alright, so here's what's left of Master Legarius. Oh, dude, I've had those kind of mornings. It just feels like every part of you is turned to dust. That's a cool crown. It's like he hasn't moved in so long that it's like he's partially frozen. So he's got a scythe and a short sword. And you can summon those weird blood spirits of executioners past. Yeah, you like it. That's like no game. I don't think you can. Maybe you can. So this, you gotta destroy the sword that he just laid down. Otherwise it keeps summoning these blades that hit you. Sure that background sound effect is a glitch. It's supposed to stop doing that when I destroy the sword. We literally used up all of our blood vials and bullets. Crown of Illusions. This was the crown he was wearing. One of the precious secrets of Canehurst, the old king's crown is said to reveal illusions and expose a mirage that hides a secret. And so Bulgarius donned the crown of his own volition, determined to prevent a single soul from stumbling upon the vile secret. What visions did he see sitting serenely upon his new throne? I don't know, but it's my crown now, bitch. And if you're wearing the crown, you can reveal the illusion of what was behind his throne. Ta-da! These statues remind me so much of those, like, old European armor statues that, like, you're like, wow, how short were people back then? Because these knights look positively tiny.
Visitor, I claim no subjects, but here lieth our throne. Kneel afore us, or get thee gone.
So here's the queen. They've put an iron mask around her head.
Such impudence. Defiled are we, yet still queen. We shall not give audience to an ill-mannered beast.
It's because I didn't kneel down.
Visitor, moon-scented hunter. I am Annalise, Queen of Castle Canehurst. Ruler of the Vile Bloods, and sworn enemy of the Church. Yet our people are murdered, and we are prisoner to this wretched mask. What is it thou art in search of?
Swear oath to the Vile Bloods. So do we want to join this covenant? Become a vampire? A vampire? Hell yeah, we do.
Well, an odd hunter thou art indeed.
We were invited here. You get a certain...
tired of these piteous nights.
You get a carol rune that's specific to her.
Share in our plight, and take oath against the Church.
And if we're wearing it,
if thou wouldst this path walk,
I'll wait until she's done talking.
I prithee, partake of my rotted blood. Very well. Drink deep of our blood. Feel the spreading corruption burn. Now, thou art too a vile blood. We two, the very last on this earth.
So if we equip the corruption carol rune in online, it would mean that
We await thy return for the honor of Canehurst.
So in online, you can kind of summon whatever player you want, but let's say the player who summoned me was a church hunter, like they had a Carol rune that was of the church covenant. If they summoned me, I would automatically be considered an invader. I would, like, even if they didn't know that summoning me, because we are natural enemies. And vice versa. If I summoned, like, church members, they would be considered enemies and would fight. Oh, there's a lamp here. Man, I never noticed that. In general, when you would invade other players, you would then get blood dregs, which you can offer to her. Then you get rewards for doing so. But since we play in offline mode, it really, all it's going to do is give me a slight buff when I have it equipped. It gives me health regen when I'm near death, basically. Ooh, boost rally potential. Actually, that's really good. We should equip that. A Carol rune discovered by the old hunter Ludwig, along with the Holy Moonlight Sword, boosts amount of life recovered by rallying. When Ludwig closed his eyes, he saw darkness, or perhaps nothingness, and that is where he discovered the tiny beams of light. Ludwig has certain that these playful dancing sprites offer guidance, and emptied Ludwig of his fears, at least in the midst of a hunt. Several runes contain a nuance of blood, including the rune of corruption associated with the Oath of the Corrupt. Pledges of this oath are Canehurst Filebloods, hunters of blood who find dregs for their queen in cold blood, particularly in that of hunters. Yet the corrupt are heretics in the eyes of the church, and thus subject to the wrath of executioners. So sorry, executioners are the ones that will automatically be hostile to you. So we also got the Canehurst Hunter badge, which lets us buy Canehurst armor. This armor looks really cool too. Like, actually, I would say this is my second favorite armor outside of the Knight's armor. It's got this cool cape on it, and it's like... Can we give our small friend's hat before we finish? Sure. So yeah, this armor's really cool. I kind of like mixing and matching, though. I like having the helmet of the Canehurst helmets, and then I like wearing the knight armor. But for Ursa, we go headless. Okay. So let's see what we can give. Also, we should get more blood from Ariana before we stop. Black Messenger hat. There you go, you little goofballs. Yeah, this armor's really sick. There is a helmet to it that is actually like a little top hat, and I think it looks too goofy, so I don't even bother with it. It's like a really tiny hat that you just put on the side of your head. It's really stupid looking. But yeah, Canehurst has the best fashion sense. They got the noble dress, they got the knight's armor, and then they have the like metal plate mail. Also, I did pick up a unmarked invitation, which we can give to our friend the Executioner. Where was it? Unopened summons. An old sealed summons, like the first of its kind, is an invitation to Canehurst, but for whom it is not known, as it lacks in dress. So We can give that to our executioner friend, which will progress his storyline. Technically speaking, that would be a really stupid idea, but anything he does there can be reversed, so I'm not too worried about it.
Oh, hello. The whole town's turned, has it? Quite a big family now, aren't we? Though I'm afraid I seem to be the black sheep. Back for my blood, I presume. Oh, good. Come close, dear. I'm always happy to help. Oh, hello. Sorry, dear. You're much too eager. I've only so much blood, okay?
Still very sketchy that she seems to spy on our conversations. And she'll head down, mind her own business, and the moment I go to talk to her,
Oh, hello.
peeking around
Sorry, dear.
the
You're much too
the
eager.
column there.
I've only so much blood, okay?
Thanks, Ariana. You're cool. Hey, holding up, Grandma. You're doing fine. You're fine.
Ah, brave hunter. What is it? Have you renewed thoughts on this matter?
You seem untrustworthy.
Forgive me. Ah, I must cease this nonsense. Forget I ever offered.
Something sketchy about you. And there's something sketchy about me. But I'm the one with the gun, so.
Oh, brave hunter. I pray for your safety.
I forgot we gave Ursa a little mole on her cheek. Wow, what a badass. Okay, so we can wrap up. This is a good spot to stop. I'll give the summons to what's his face, and we'll see how that resolves itself later on. So this will be the last thing we do. Just a moment. Out of my way! I remember when those guys used to be hard.
Oh, good to see you safe. Now, let's think up something to discuss. Just tell me what piques your interest.
Let's ask him about the Crub Vile Bloods again, just to get a refresher, and then we'll give him an open sentence.
In his time, Master Logarius led his executioners into Canehurst Castle to cleanse it of the Vile Bloods. But all did not go well, and Master Logarius became a blessed anchor, guarding us from evil. Tragic, tragic times, that Master Logarius should be abandoned in the accursed domain of the Vile Bloods. I must free him, so that he may be properly honored in martyrdom. Aha! Is that the sigil of Canehurst? I've heard tell of Canehurst nobles and their amusingly pompous invitations. Wonderful. I thank you profusely. I will depart immediately, but first, a token of my gratitude.
Wheel Hunter badge. That'll allow us to buy Executioner, the Executioner weapon, which, by the way, is ridiculous.
Ah, I feel my master's hand at work. Praise the good blood.
Yeah, this guy is
and let
not
us
Slayer.
cleanse these tarnished streets.
This dude is not Slayer. Slayer was a good-hearted man and would never willingly kill another if he had to, if he didn't have to.
It has been an honor, but I must say goodbye. Let us cleanse these tarnished streets, and may the good blood guide your way.
This guy talks with a bit of craziness to him. I just don't know what he's hoping to accomplish, because it's like, if Ligarius could have killed the Vile Blood Queen, he would have, right? And I don't think it's because she's stronger than him, it's just that it's like she's a vampire. Like, okay. Back to the Hunter's Dream. And then we'll stop. Can I use the wheel? I don't have enough strength for it. The Ligarius wheel is ridiculous, though. Used to slaughter vile bloods and caners, bathed in pools of their blood and forever steeped in their ire. Transformed to release the power of the wheel and manifest their lingering rage in a show of utter brilliance. So this wheel is very much like that executioner glove that I have. It's like filled with that kind of blood in it, so when you spin it, it starts shooting it out in all directions. It's very bizarre. Anywho. That's enough for today. Thanks for watching. And how do I always forget how to do this.